Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome and welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel, the luckystars community. Cat Star here with a new message. As a reminder, my readings are for entertainment and are general in nature. They may or may not resonate for everybody, so please do take what is for you and leave what isn't. For those of you liking and sharing the videos, thank you so much. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also want to give a huge shout out to all of my new and returning viewers and subscribers and to the channel members. Thank you all so much for being here. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Wow, that was interesting. All right, we're going to go ahead and see what needs to come through for you for this message. We do have the What's to Surrender deck. We do have a message from your angels. We're going to get a few tarot, and then we're going to have a mindful message tarot, or excuse me, oracle card to close it off. So we're going to just jump right down in and see. I hope that everything is going so wonderful for you, that life is good, and that, you know, if there's challenges or struggles coming up, that you are able to overcome, right? That they're teaching you the lessons and giving you what you need, and that you have the support to assist you as well. All right, let's go ahead. You surrender to receiving support and love. And like, you've got the two polar bears there. It says allow the love and support. Oh, we were just talking about support. Allow the love and support of others in, rather than trying to handle everything yourself. This can take the pressure off and simultaneously nurture you. Isn't it interesting that that little bit came out at the beginning, which I don't normally do. I mean, unless I feel called to, and that came out. So this is coming through for you with this first message, what to surrender. Allow other people to love and support you. Sometimes we close off those walls. Sometimes we don't allow that, right? And we can kind of, it's almost like being a lone wolf, and these are polar bears, very playful, very, right? But it's almost like being a lone wolf. And Spirit's indicating there is a time for that, yes, but during this time, it's time to surrender that and to be open to receiving support and love, okay? Allow others to step up and assist you, give you a leg up, if you will, in those areas that you need. Because if you are having struggles, or if you do feel like you're feeling challenged, or life is getting a little rough, there are definitely people, family, friends, and or if you don't feel like you can reach out to family, friends, maybe a church, maybe, right, a support group, something, maybe even professional or licensed counseling or services could be helpful. But the thing is that there is love and support there. Sometimes we can block ourselves off, or dare I say, be a little bit too strong or stubborn to ask for help, or to reach out, or to let other people know that we might be having a bit of a difficult time. We can tend to fear judgment, or what others might think or say about us. But the thing is that there are times in their lives when they have needed help as well, or support, or a little bit of maybe just a squeeze of love, or a squeeze of the hand, or whatever it may be specifically for you here, Aquarius. But there are times when they have needed it as well, okay? So handling everything on your own can be so difficult. It doesn't we don't have to do it, right? We get into those areas where we think, actually, I just had a moment of this over the weekend. It was a great weekend, by the way. This is a timeless reading, but great weekend, by the way. But I had a moment of this over the weekend where I'm like, I don't want to reach out. I don't, I should be able just to handle this and do this on my own. It shouldn't be this difficult. And the thing is that in those moments, those are the moments that I tend to notice, and you may not feel the same, but hear me out, right? Those tend to be the moments where I need to, or potentially we all need to, reach out the most. The moments when we don't want to, the moments when we're like, this shouldn't be this difficult. I should be able to do it myself. I shouldn't have to. That sort of thing are the moments where it tends to be that we probably need to reach out the most, okay? Right? You get to be loved. You get to be nurtured. Spirit's indicating to do the bottom. Oh, surrender to your addictions, okay? Interesting that Spirit wanted this one out too. These are almost kind of opposite spectrum, but getting into that little bit of a Halloween feel here. Again, timeless reading. Whenever you come across it and it resonates, it is for you. But we are getting close to the end of September at the time of recording this, so this feels very Halloweeny and very on kind of season, or right. It says whether you're addicted to substances, food, people, sex, or overworking, take action to begin to heal the addiction and replace it with healthier alternatives. So for some, we can be addicted to anything, by the way. We can be addicted to feeling negative. We can be addicted to complaining. We can be addicted to sex. We can be addicted to eating. We can be addicted to victimization of ourselves or others, right? We can be addicted to so many different things. So Spirit is indicating, and part of this reasoning is because sometimes within those addictions we push people away and we don't allow others to come in and offer support or love. No matter what the independent, or no matter what the addiction is, we can push others away. And so Spirit's indicating, right, this one on its own, yes, of course. And for those of you that needed to hear that message, but Spirit wanted the bottom card as well, because these two can go hand in hand. And for somebody out in the audience, or of you Aquarians watching, needed to hear this, it is okay. But we need to take action for those of us that are having addictions. Now, also being triggered by other people, we can get addicted to that too. Okay. So, allowing other people to trigger us, allowing our being super attached, being super dependent on other people, right? Codependent, all of that, allowing our emotions to be, well, like we had a video that came out, I think, recently about this or similar, but allowing our emotions and our feelings and our attitude and our mood and stuff to be swayed, also, that can be an addiction as well. That can also be, I don't know why Spirit's bringing this through, but being triggered by other people, allowing other people to really have almost control over us in a way, or take our power, or giving our power, right? That can be something as well. So Spirit's indicating, do the work. It's ready to, or you're ready to have that energy of healing over addictions, okay? But Spirit also wants to put a little caveat in here, Aquarius. This message is yeah, a little caveat in here that we don't always need to be fixing ourselves as well. Okay, so that just little side note, because sometimes we can get addicted to that as well. Addicted to self-improvement, addicted to, I've got to do better, I've got to be better, that sort of thing, instead of just being. This is almost like this middle ground energy, and for some reason that trigger keeps coming up. Whatever it is that might be triggering you, as far as addictions, or as far as not allowing support or love, or as far as anything, right, there is a way to look at that, right? Write down where you notice that you get triggered, or your emotions, or you feel like you need to get defensive, or whatever, in that fight or flight energy. Write that all down, and then figure out why it is that you feel that way. Go back to the time, the place, the memory, the incident, the people, whatever it may be, that you feel was your first understanding, knowing, or incident of that particular trigger, or emotional attachment, or fight or flight energy, right? Go back to that. Go back to it in your mind. Go back to that timeline in your mind, and decide if that still is supporting you, right? And love yourself enough to let it go, because the 9 times out of 10, it's not still supporting you. It was something that was supporting you at the time. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. But surrender your addiction. Surrender to receiving love and support. The triggers is going to be a big thing. Okay, really focus on what has been triggering you, or what kind of creates spaces where you want to fall into those addictions, or close yourself off to receiving love and support, right? Because all of that as well is going to be indicators of what and where you can heal. Okay, interesting. Let's see what the angel message is. This reading is already longer than I had anticipated it to be, with just those 2 cards. The information that Spirit brings through, that comes through, is phenomenal. Okay, You've got Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? Okay, so for some of you within this, of course, there is a decision, there is action that needs to be taken, and we need to decide on that. And so this is coming through. What brings you closer to love, to the support, to uh, detaching, if that's what it is, to no longer being triggered, to that healing, or whatever else it may be that you may have been asking yourself recently, because this could be part of that reading. It could also be an independent angel message for you specifically. Okay, so this is very specific to somebody watching. Okay, if you're here, this message could be for you very specifically. All right, so if you were called into this reading, to this message, it is because there is something within it that is for you. Okay, if there's a decision, ask yourself, what is bringing you closer to what it is that you do want? Right? What is it that is no longer working? What is it that you can surrender? What is it that you're healing? What is it that you can figure out how it became, and if it still supports you? And is it working in your favor? Okay? Is it taking you to or against? Is it for or against, right? That is the question. That is where the angel is. That's their message. It's a question. Aquarius, how can you surrender, and or what is taking you closer to what it is? Okay, hopefully that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get a tarot card or two, and then we'll close off with a mindful message. Oh, you got the Hierophant. Okay, so the Hierophant coming through. This is beautiful and kind of really just brings us all together. The Hierophant really is the epitome, or kind of encompasses this energy of education, of learning, of really looking at kind of your beliefs, and that's how this is coming through. What is it that you can learn more about or get educated more about within this message, or within whatever it is for you specifically that is coming up, or potentially even being triggered? It's like almost, this message could almost be triggering for some people as well, right? What is it that you could learn more about? What knowledge could you gain? Where can you be able to grow? What beliefs are you holding, right? That could be dismantled, reframed, healed, right? That could assist you within moving forward or continuing your journey. There's something here, Aquarius. You have a legacy, right? And the Hierophant talks about that too. You have, right, the stairs kind of to the kingdom, or that energy of moving upward. Upward, what is it? Upward and onward is what's wanting to come through, right? And leaving, releasing the triggers, surrendering addictions, right? And of course, we talked about how it can be anything, answering the questions, allowing for love and support to come in, really getting that knowledge, that experience, going back in the timeline. This kind of is going with this energy, of course, that you have the power to really allow yourself to be on or move into a higher level. And I know that comes up pretty often, that higher level or leveling up energy, but look how happy this image in this Hierophant card is. Very happy, very beautiful. Very beautiful energy surrounding, right? You've got this light coming around, and it's just like above and beyond, moving up in kind of the social intelligence, the emotional intelligence, right? Using that brain power, your mind, the intellect, for more advantageous, excuse me, efforts, instead of things that are kind of weighing you down or holding you back, that probably, as far as like defense mechanisms and that sort of thing, that probably were there to assist you or help you at some point, but may not be any longer. It's almost as if Spirit is indicating, although you have potentially built a very beautiful mask, right, through addictions or through kind of closing off or keeping stuff, yes, and you may feel currently as if you don't need anybody or need any help, or you can do it all by yourself. And that may be true for certain instances, but there are instances where you do need, and Spirit's indicating to take that mask off. Okay. All right, let's get a mindful message before we close off. Ooh, did you see that jump out? Ooh, there's actually 2 of them. Just come right up and out, like here we are. Okay, your first one is the better it gets. Right. When things happen that cause me to feel good, I know there are much more good feeling things coming my way. Yes, the better it gets. And I keep rising up. So you see, this goes right on with that. Rising up, leveling up. You see, confirmation coming through here. Okay. What are the triggers? What are the things? And how can you reframe them? How can you change them? How can you shift them and allow yourself, even for some of you, some of those triggers can be reframed in a way that you can still use that energy, but in a positive and uplifting, rising up, leveling up, right, kind of way. Okay. Now your next one, oh, so fitting. Unlimited. I create my reality with the thoughts I think and things I focus on. I am unlimited in my ability to create a beautiful life full of good and love. You see, being supported is part of that. Surrendering, letting go, and allowing for universe, for divine, for love, for support, for right to be able to flood in, and for the answers, right? You within that decision that needs to be made, bringing you forward or taking you farther away. That is the question. But you are unlimited. You have the power. You can level up. You can go above and beyond, right? You can rise up. Of course, you have it within you. Okay, and you can and deserve to be loved and supported. Allow people in throughout the process. Okay. Ooh, beautiful message. I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button right down below and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.